And we got Nia in 3, 2, 1.
What's up, ladies and bitches? You already know what it is. It's Nia and Pepper, the OG Lima Bean Babies, and you are watching The Soup Kitchen.
Thank you to our Lima Bean baby. Thank you to all the Lima Bean babies in the world. Nia, what do you want to talk about today on this fun little soup kitchen?
We have literally nothing else to talk about besides Baddies South and Chrisean and Blueface, crazy in love. Because they truly are crazy in love. That's love if I've ever fucking seen it. I don't know anyone more in love, actually.
I've actually never seen a stronger love than Chrisean and Blueface.
I've never seen two people who should be together more.
I've never seen two people that should... I can't keep doing it. Guys, I can't. Wait, hold on. I can't in good conscience continue this. These two people should be banned from, I don't know, everything.
I think everyone in the world should have a restraining order on them against each other.
Yeah, like, not like, oh, I don't want Blueface and Chrisean next to me. It's, I don't want to
them
see
near each other.
Blueface and Chrisean within 5,000 feet of me.
No, I don't want them near each other.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, I didn't mean of me. I meant of each other.
Yeah,
Sorry. I don't want to see them together within 5,000 feet of me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like I don't individually want to see. We get the point.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you want to start with?
Oh my God, where do we start?
The Zeus Network is something
else.
else.
6 days have been a wild fucking ride.
Dude, this shit's been a movie. No, yeah, Nia traveled 2,300 miles to watch the Zeus Network with me for a week and a half straight.
Yeah, that's all we've done, actually.
I don't think anything else has happened.
Maybe one movie besides that. And I've watched every episode of Chrisean and Blueface, every episode of Baddies South, and the reunion, and the auditions for Baddies West.
Yeah, I would agree with that. We kind of watched Rectuma. Hopefully Rectuma's still happening. I
don't want to watch it. You know, I watched that the last time I was here.
November.
You
did, huh? Wait, you did watch that before, so you have seen it.
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot that happened.
Yeah, because when we were here like a few days ago when we were talking about it, and I don't know if it was you or I think Tough Guy was asking Bree, like, who watched it, and he was like, oh, because Caleb said he watched it with someone, but I don't know who. And I forgot it was me until we came home, and I saw it, and I was like, I've already fucking seen this like twice, dude.
Well, because I watched it with Kim first, and then Kim was still here, I think, when you were here, so I think we watched it again together or something like that.
Yeah, I seen that.
I think all of us watched Rectuma. It's basically Godzilla, but with a giant ass.
Yeah.
And, pretty good movie. You got the Gut Buster, 9,000, 3,000, whatever it is. It helps you get a lean, mean, green gut. That's what we all want out of this world.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, on to the horrifying network that is Zeus. Zeus is, if you're not familiar, I don't think it's founded by Natalie Nunn. I think she's
just an executive producer.
Because she's producing a bunch of the shows. She basically made Baddies a thing.
Yeah.
And she will not let you forget it. She is the creator of Baddies. She will always be the creator of Baddies.
She acts like she's the fucking creator of Bad Girls Club. She's fucking not.
I mean, the way that she presents it, it seems like she's the creator of Zeus, but I don't think she is.
She acts like she's the creator of Oxygen. She acts like she's the creator of fucking Zeus, of Bad Girls Club, of Baddies. And she was just a character on fucking Bad Girls Club. That's all she is.
And she's easily the most annoying person in the world. She's
easily the ugliest person in the world. I'm going to just say it.
She's disgusting in every possible way, if I'm being completely honest.
The crimson chin.
Yeah, the crimson chin is pretty good. She does look like a comic book character.
God, she's gross.
And what was it? Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah.
I kept trying to say like Jimmy Neutron was going in my head. I was actually, it wasn't even Jimmy Neutron. The Jimmy Timmy Power Hour was in my head. And I was like, yeah, Jimmy Timmy Power Hour. You remember the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour? You never saw the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour, dude?
I don't think so.
When Jimmy Neutron
and Timmy
Turner
got together for an hour?
For a power hour?
Dang.
It was a whole hour of power, dude.
Dang.
It was probably the most power that I've ever seen,
Yeah.
aside from Chrisean Rock beating every bitch's ass in the entire world.
You can't beat that.
Okay, I guess the only thing that I really have on my mind is I just don't know why anyone chooses to fight Chrisean.
Okay, so was she fighting bitches like this on Blue Girls?
I'm sure she was. She lost her tooth on Blue Girls, so
But
I mean,
she slipped.
during a altercation. So I'm pretty sure. Look, I didn't subscribe to Blueface's OnlyFans to watch Blue
we
Girls
gotta
Club.
do it now. We just gotta do it now.
I'm not giving money to Blueface.
What is it, $5? Come on.
Yeah, I don't think Blueface deserves the $5.
Come on.
He's squabbling up with Chrisean Rock every single day.
Squabbling up. He is.
He's squabbling up with her dad, her mom, her brother,
sisters?
his brother, his mom, his sister. I mean, the dude is squabbling up with anyone that makes eye contact with him. And also, that's what Chrisean does. Actually, Chrisean is doing that.
Yeah, I was gonna say she beat up his mom, his sister,
Yeah, I mean,
his brother, her mom, her dad, her sisters.
I was going to say, because we can go on about the people that Blueface is beating up, but really, Chrisean's numbers are way higher.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That chick is just, okay, well, you want to talk about the top 5 Chrisean Rock fights of the last 6 days?
The sink one is my number one.
The sink one is amazing. It's also the first episode of Baddies South, right?
Yeah.
That was South. It's the first episode of Baddies South, and probably within, 15 minutes max?
If even.
Chrisean,
They just walked into the house.
and
They're
Chrisean's
standing in the
brutalizing
kitchen.
this woman.
Yeah, the only scenes we've seen so far are them on the bus going to the house, and then once they're in the house, they look at all the rooms, and then they go to the kitchen, and that girl gets washed like some fucking dishes.
Yeah, and let's talk about the room situation. Natalie Nunn, I mean, she knows what she's doing, and I guess
They're in this big
it's good for
ass
TV.
mansion. 100%. Because in every fucking house, they keep putting Rolly and Slim in fucking bunk beds.
Yeah.
No matter what fucking house it is.
Yeah.
And the houses get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And you're
Like,
going to give that big ass girl a bunk bed, bitch?
Like, when we're talking about bigger, we're talking like this is like a 20,000 square foot mansion, like at the least.
I thought you were going to say 20 room, and I was still going to be like, yeah.
100%.
Probably.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was like a 50,000 square foot mansion. Like, this first mansion they go to is giant. And then they walk up to like 2 rooms, and she goes, well, you got 6 bunk beds in each room. There's like 18 rooms left in the house just not even being touched. She's like, yeah, you guys all got to sleep here together.
And then when one of the girls is like, I'm not fucking sleeping in there, they're like,
Chrisean.
oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Chrisean's like,
That's
I'm not fucking
Chrisean.
sleeping in there. And Natalie's like, oh, here's an entire floor to yourself.
She gets the whole fucking basement, like with a pool table, a bar, like multiple different rooms, her like a giant master bedroom that's bigger than any of the other rooms combined with the bunk beds. And then Chrisean's like, yeah,
Oh, thanks.
this seems about right to me.
Natalie's scared of her.
Well, it's because Chrisean was literally about to steal her room. She walked into her room and she laid in her bed and she went,
Thank you.
She went, thanks, we're sharing now. She's like, she straight up went, you're in this big ass room. I'm not sleeping in a bunk bed. Your room is mine now, bitch. So Natalie had no choice. It was either get her ass beat by Chrisean or give her the entire bottom floor of the house.
I would have given her own floor too.
I would have given her the whole fucking mansion.
Literally, I'd be like, you can have the whole thing. I'm gonna leave.
I'd have been
Does that
like,
make you feel
actually, you can own the Zeus network because apparently Natalie owns the Zeus network.
Literally.
And you know what? I would just leave it be. So yeah, that's all the first 10 minutes. And then after Chrisean walks away and she goes, all right, cool. I got my own room now. My own fucking entire floor. She walks back up and this other girl was talking shit. Like before they even get to the house or anything, they're like,
Yeah,
Chrisean's dirty. She's leaving trash everywhere. This, that, blah, blah, blah.
When
And
they're in the bus.
let's be honest though. I'm sure Chrisean was leaving trash all over the bus.
But
I'm
remember
not
they were
doubting that
talking
part.
about panties. They kept bringing up panties. And then J-Lo was like,
Oh,
bitch, those
I
were
was like,
Slim's panties.
I was like, what's a panty? I thought you were talking about pansexuals.
Who the fuck calls pansexuals panties?
I don't know. I thought you made a new term. I was like, okay.
I've never heard that.
It sounds racist. Those
Yeah.
panties.
Literally.
Panties.
Damn panties.
No, I got it though. The panties.
Yes, the panties.
No, you sounded like a real like country bumpkin right now. You were like,
Panties.
oh, those goddamn panties.
Oh my god.
Okay, so what
But
about
if
the
I call them
panties?
chonies, you get mad.
I don't like the word chonies. It just sounds really. I don't know what it sounds like to me, but it's weird. It's a weird word.
Okay. Her
It's like
underwear. They were talking about crusty
you really
underwear.
are a chony coochie queen.
Yeah. Yeah, you hate when I use those fucking
Chony
words.
coochie queen in the building.
What's up?
Ew. Okay, okay, go ahead. What about the chony
Okay,
panties?
but they kept talking about Chrisean left her dirty, crusty underwear on the floor.
Is that true? Did she?
No, because then J-Lo was like, bitch, those were Slim's panties.
Wait, so it wasn't even her panties?
No, but that's what they kept saying.
It's probably because...
Why Chrisean was nasty and dirty, because she kept leaving her panties on the floor.
So it was just about the panties?
That's what they kept saying, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But then J-Lo was like, those were Slim's.
Well, I mean, I can say from watching other Chrisean media that, like, maybe they're just watching Chrisean media and they already know.
She's drunk as fuck, and drunk people be sloppy and dirty. So,
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
I really don't put it past her. But the
No.
thing that they kept bringing up was the underwear, and the underwear weren't even hers, so.
Yeah. I guess that is a problem. So, yeah, they're calling her dirty. She gets pissed off, and then they're like, hey, we're not even at the house yet. Let's move on, blah, blah, blah. They get to the house, and then, like, they're all just like, all right, we're going to be on this bus for a while. We got to clear out all these beefs, you know, air it out, blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
and
they
then
aired it out.
Rolly is just sitting in the corner, just like, hey, you have a beef with her. What's this about? You got a beef with her. What's this about? Just trying to start fights.
Oh, my God.
And at one point, she goes, so who was calling Chrisean dirty? And Chrisean stands up immediately. Like, she's in the corner the whole time. And it's actually so funny, too, because they're all cheering, I guess.
Yeah.
Cheersing. They're all doing
That's
cheers.
a word.
Is it?
Cheersing.
That's weird.
Cheers.
S-I-N-G.
Cheer.
Does English work like that? Can you do cheersing? I think it's just cheering. Right?
Cheering is.
Or you're doing cheers.
Cheersing.
You're doing a cheers.
Cheers.
I don't think cheersing.
Oh my God,
word.
I can't think about this anymore.
Yeah. Anyway, they all have this wine, and then they all do a cheers. And Chrisean, she's sitting there with her Blueface cup, which is like her rhinestone cup with Blueface all over it. She's gonna have a tooth later with Blueface in it.
Yeah.
Have we mentioned that Blueface and Chrisean are dating? Do you think people?
I think people know.
I think there's a fair amount of people listening to this that are like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Who's Blueface and
They
Chrisean
live under
Rock?
a rock, bro.
A Chrisean Rock?" Anyway, I wouldn't want to live under that rock. I'd be getting my ass beat every day.
So Chrisean and Blueface are dating, and they beat the shit out of each other. So we're here now.
And that's the story of Blueface and Chrisean Rock. They've been dating and beating the shit out of each other for years now, and no one's happy about it. But also, I guess we watch the show, so we're probably part of the problem at this point.
Yeah.
That show is also
but
very
we didn't
alarming.
give Zeus any money, so.
That's true. Shout out Alyssa.
Shout out Alyssa.
for paying for all the abuse for me, I guess.
Hey, and if anyone has is subscribed to Blueface's OnlyFans, and we can log in.
Shoot the OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Because I'm not giving him that $5.
Yeah.
I'm not supporting this directly.
I bet it's way more than $5 too.
It probably is. It's probably something ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like $50 or some shit like
50?
that. Nah, I doubt it's that much, but you know. Anyway, where was I at? Yeah, they've been terrible people for years. Rolly's instigating. It gets over to Chrisean. Oh no, we're at the wine thing because they're doing the cheers.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm not doing that. She's just like sipping out of her cup, and they're like, come on, Chrisean, do the cheers. She's like, I ain't doing all that. You guys are doing this for the camera. Like, you fake ass bitches, blah blah blah. And I don't know what the big deal is with cheering wine. Like that wasn't like the biggest deal, but you know, Chrisean, when she's not into something, and she'll let you know.
No.
So yeah, then they go, hey, you're dirty. This and that. She steps up. She's like, all right, what the fuck is going on? Because who did call me dirty? Because I'm about to beat your ass right now. And what's that chick's name again? Whose ass
Embarrassing Body?
Yeah. She did call her Embarrassing Body.
I can't fucking remember her name.
It
I
starts
remember
with a
everyone
P.
else's name. Persuasion.
Persuasion. There you go. Yeah. So Persuasion's sitting over there in the corner, and she's sitting on a sink, and it's one of those sinks that's like, it doesn't have the divider in the middle.
Yeah,
it's just a big open
rich
sink.
people sink.
Yeah. The fire sinks, honestly. Because why does anyone want a divider in their sink?
For what reason?
Like, do you really need that?
No.
The dividers suck, dude. Like, I want to wash in peace without being divided. Let's not divide,
My
guys.
stepmom would make me wash the way you're supposed to wash with the divided sink.
Oh, like, fill it up and shit and, like, dunk it and all that? Yeah. It's stupid unless you have, like, a 3-compartment sink anyway.
Well, you have all the dirty dishes soaking in one side, and then you lift them up, scrub them, put it on the other side, and then do all that, and then drain that, and then rinse that, and then you're done.
Yeah, you need the bleach water
water
side, though. That's why I don't like the 2-compartment is bad. Like, you know, you ever, like, worked at a food place, and then you get the 2-compartment sink, and you're like, well, this is trash. Like, where's the 3-compartment?
Yeah.
All right, anyway.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm having PTSD from working as a fucking lunch lady for 5 years. Anyway, I watch Zeus now. My life is much better now that I'm watching people. Now that I watch people abuse people all the time. Like, is this better or worse?
Hey, you're not getting abused by that damn moldy cheese touch.
Oh yeah, that's true. I also don't want to be abused by Chrisean Rock, though. So, Chrisean, if you're listening, don't beat my ass.
Literally, please. We love you.
Like, please do not beat our asses.
I love you.
Anyway.
So
So
scared of
yeah.
her.
She walks over to Persuasion because Persuasion's kind of talking shit. She's
Real
sitting on
calm,
the sink.
like
So
very-
calm.
It looked like she was just walking by her.
That is my favorite part about Chrisean beating people's asses because she doesn't even she doesn't look mad. She just walks over like, hey, we're about to have a nice friendly handshake. But it's really a nice friendly hand
are you
beating
gonna
your
kiss
face.
me or are you gonna beat my ass to death? I can't fucking tell.
So she calmly walks over, and when she lets that first punch go, sends Persuasion straight into the sink. Like her bent in half.
Her whole body is in the sink like
and at
a
that point,
newborn
it's like,
baby, bro.
really, if you're in the sink, you're getting your ass beat. There's nothing you can do about that. So Chrisean proceeds to mollywop her, wash her entire face off, completely destroy her, and then Persuasion's in the corner just talking shit now. She's like, oh, you fucking snuck me this, that, blah, blah, blah. And in a way, she kind of did that time. I'm not going to act like she didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, she walked straight toward her, so you probably should have known she was going to beat your ass.
I was gonna say every time Chrisean fights, that's how she starts the fight is just by walking up to you.
But a lot of the time, this time she didn't, but a lot of the time she will tell you before. She's like, I'm going to beat your ass. Or she goes, I'm going to slap you or I'm going to punch you. But then people don't listen to her and they keep doing what they're doing. And then that's when she calmly walks over and then she beats their ass. And I'm going to be honest, she might not have told Persuasion right here and there she was going to beat her ass. But like 10 minutes before, she said, hey, I'm going to beat your ass for this. And then Persuasion did it again just at a later time. So she might not have given her the warning right before.
You.
She told you she was going to fuck you up.
Yeah.
And then she fucks her up.
And you should have expected it. You're talking shit.
100%. And then after she fucks her up, Persuasion's like, oh, you snuck me this, that, blah, blah, blah. And then she walks into the corner, and after security, like, lets them calm down for a little bit and back them off. Because they're, like, holding back, but then they're like, all right, let them get the fight out. So, holds Chrisean back.
They stop the fights too fucking much. That should be pissing me off.
Sure. I very much agree.
Just let them do it.
I want
They're
them
not
to
gonna
kill each other.
They're not gonna kill each other.
Well, I want them to.
Oh.
And if they do, I can't be held responsible. Zeus can be held responsible.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why the security's going after you. Yeah, okay. So they finally let them go. They're like, all right, go at it. Persuasion's over in the corner. She's already squared up. Like, she's prepared. She's like, all right, Chrisean, run up on me. Chrisean runs up on her.
Blows her wig off, bro.
Punches her wig off of her head. Punches her in the face so hard that her wig flies across the room and basically, like, explodes on impact when it hits the wall because of the brute force that Chrisean sent to the front of her skull.
Dude, what the fuck?
Beats the fuck out of her. And then after that, she's still talking shit all the time. She's like, oh, you snuck me, blah, blah, blah. And literally every single girl in the house has to have a one-on-one sit down with her and go, actually, we watched what happened. You squared up. She walked up to you and beat the fuck out of you a second time.
Yeah, that happened.
That's pretty much going to be a continued theme for the show with every single girl that comes across Chrisean Rock. I mean, the show shouldn't be called Baddies South. It should be called Chrisean beating your ass in the South.
Yes, yeah.
I think that would be an appropriate name.
Every Baddies should be just called Chrisean beats everyone's ass in Atlanta. Chrisean beats everyone's ass in the West.
I think every show on Zeus should just be Chrisean beats your ass in blank. Because
Have you seen that TikTok trend where people go on other people's lives and they're like, would you fight Chrisean Rock? And every single person is like, fuck no.
Well, dude, I've been going on this tirade on all these Soup Kitchen episodes of turkey versus kangaroo. Here's the thing. Turkey versus kangaroo versus Chrisean Rock. I'm fighting anyone before I fight Chrisean Rock. I'm so confident that Chrisean Rock could fight a stampede of turkeys and a stampede of kangaroos at the same time.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And Jaleel. She'd beat Jaleel's ass, dude. There is no way Jaleel would stand a chance against Chrisean. It is not even
I'm
like...
fucking so scared of her. It's crazy.
Legitimately, I'm so scared of her that I think if I went out and I just saw her at the place I was at, I'm going somewhere else. I'm leaving immediately. Like, I'm not trying to watch. Like, Kim was talking about, like, she was like, oh, if I ever saw Blueface and Chrisean in public, I wouldn't be able to take my eyes off of them. Bitch, I would. I'd be in a different state. What are you talking about?
I'm leaving immediately.
If I am anywhere that they are, there is a 99% chance that I'm getting my ass beat. Even if I'm not involved, even if I'm not talking to them, I might just look over at Chrisean.
No, literally. Because even at the reunion, bitches were getting their ass beat on accident.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they said to that girl at the auditions. You're gonna get fucked up on accident.
I think that's the biggest thing about Chrisean Rock. Like, she will fuck you up like it's like she tripped. It's like she tripped and her fist just fell right into your face.
Dude.
And pummeled you every time. Speaking of lives, though, so we'll get back to Baddies and Chrisean in a second. You want to talk about that Tommy Lee live that I just showed you?
Yeah.
This was how I was introduced to Tommy Lee, and apparently, okay, so she's been on Love and Hip Hop and whatnot, so
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of other people, like, you just got introduced to Tommy Lee. I'm sure I might have seen her on Love and Hip Hop at some point, but I wasn't, like, familiar with her, and I didn't watch Love and Hip Hop, like, all the time.
I didn't watch her season of Love and Hip Hop. I only watched the one with Cardi on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I found out about her from her and Natalie's fight. What, like a few months
Oh, the
ago?
boxing match where she got pummeled.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like that fight because I don't like any fight where Natalie doesn't get her shit rocked.
No shit. And I think someone on Natalie's team must have got Tommy fucked up.
Well, she looked
beforehand.
blasted.
Dude. She was
You know
fucked
that?
up before it started. That's why I was like, I can't even believe they let her on there.
You know that celebrity deathmatch episode with like the ones with like Paris Hilton and Lindsay Lohan and shit where they're just like, oh, Lindsay Lohan is just fucking blasted. That is quite literally Tommy Lee in this boxing match.
Yeah.
She is so fucked up.
Yeah.
But what's really fun is she had this live where this dude, okay, so there's so much backstory to this. Basically, what it seems like by the time you get to the end of the story is that her friend was scamming this guy with like
catfishing,
scamming this guy with a disability to get money out of him, claiming that she knew Tommy.
Say how much money he gave?
Well, he sold his house.
But I thought he just sold it to move to where Tommy lived.
He did, but he also sent money in multiple times for boats.
How much are boats?
They're not cheap.
To rent a boat?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure that was to buy boats.
Oh.
Because they were like, remember the boat that you got gifted for your birthday?
I didn't hear him say gifted. I just remember him saying the boat for your birthday. So I figured they went on a boat for her birthday.
You could be right. It could be a renting thing, but I don't know. The fact that this man sold his house, I'm not like inclined to believe that he didn't send boat money over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, so he's buying boats and shit. He's selling his house, and all the money is basically like this chick isn't saying like, oh, I know Tommy, blah, 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 but she's like, oh, yeah. Well, no, she's saying I know Tommy, but she's also like pretending to be Tommy, you know, probably on like a fake account or some shit like that, and texting him like, hey, I'm Tommy.
No. So they weren't pretending to know Tommy. They just realized during their conversation that, oh, this person must know you very, very well. Because they know things about you that no
but
other
I'm talking
person
about like
should.
toward the end, like her friend, because I'm pretty sure that her friend, what was her name?
Tight,
yeah. Her friend Tight, she was the one scamming him, like for sure. So I'm pretty sure like she had a number, you know, like a fake number, and she's texting the dude on it, pretending to be Tommy, and then getting the money out of him, blah, blah, blah. But on the other side of it, Tommy's trying to figure out, she's like, okay, yeah, well, this person that's texting you knows a lot about my life, that's that, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It's obviously because it's like one of her best friends.
Well, so the guy showed up to Tommy's house. That the address is not anywhere listed on the internet.
He shows up with roses.
With
flowers and
to
shit.
her door.
And she thinks it's a delivery. Like,
and what's crazy is that is an apartment.
Yes.
And he showed up to her apartment door.
Yeah.
So he knew which apartment number it was.
Yes.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Because for the first 30 minutes of the live, I didn't realize they were in a lobby.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also thought, once I realized that it was a lobby of an apartment, I was like, oh, I think that he saw her downstairs.
Uh-huh.
Like he was just wandering around outside the apartment. No, he was at her fucking door.
Yeah. Yeah. Came to her door and she immediately goes on a live.
Yeah.
And she's like, what the fuck are you doing here? Like, who are you? She's like, I know you're Tight's friend because I've seen you in pictures and shit and videos
that's her
or whatever.
birth name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tight for sure. Why do you think it's Tight?
You're disgusting.
I know. So so she eventually goes to the lobby with this dude and she's just on a live, just like talking shit to him. She's just like, who the fuck are you? What are you doing? This, that, blah, blah, blah. Eventually, it gets to like, she stops being scared. She starts just roasting the shit out of him, roasting him for days. She calls her mom at one point and she tells her mom the whole story. And it's funny too, because she lays it all out and then she goes, what do I do about this? And then her mom's like, what do you do? What the fuck do you mean? What do you do about this? She's like, there are like very obvious steps that you have to take in this situation. She's like, what do you like? Where are you and what's going on? She's like,
and the mom goes, what's his name? Why the fuck does that matter?
And she's sitting there and she's like, oh yeah, I'm just sitting here talking to him. She's like, why are you talking to him? Like, what do you mean? She's like, yeah, well, I'm trying to get to the bottom of this. Probably the most entertaining live I've ever seen in my life. As it progresses, he starts talking to her mom and he starts calling her Ma. Because he's convinced that this is his mother-in-law. Because he's also convinced that they've been dating for 5 years.
Yeah, 5 years. This has been going on.
5 years of his life where he's like, no, yeah, I'm dating this famous girl. Got to keep it low key. Blah blah blah. So yeah, he's like, oh, it's okay, Ma. I don't have bad intent. Blah blah blah. And she's like, what the fuck you talking about? You're not dating my daughter. He's like, well, you see, I actually am, and here's why. Eventually, Tight shows up. It just gets real awkward because you could tell, like, during the live, Tommy Lee is starting to, like, put it all together, and she's just like, this bitch, like... And, like, the theories are, like, you know, she probably is, like, kind of holding off after that, and she's like, I don't want my friend to go to jail for scamming this guy, so she tries to, like, play it off a little bit because she has, like, 15,000 people on her live watching. Because she's putting all these pieces together on this live, and the whole time too, she's just holding a knife on the live, and she's like, "Yeah, I gotta stay on this
in the lobby."
And she's saying she has to stay on the live, not like for her safety, but she's like, "I have to stay on this live for your safety, because I'm gonna fucking kill you."
She's like, "I don't trust myself."
It's so fucking funny. I don't trust myself when a stalker is at your house. She's like, "Not even I don't trust you."
No. That bitch has been in prison for many years.
Yeah, in and out of prison many times. She doesn't give a fuck. She will get her ass beat by Natalie Nunn in a boxing match, but which is still so crazy. But eventually, she decides to just take him up to her apartment.
Yeah, she takes him inside her house.
Inside her house.
And makes him do the dishes.
And she starts blasting music, and she's just dancing and singing, and he's in the background doing her fucking dishes.
Wait, no, but what does she say when they're in the lobby? She kept asking if he gets disability checks.
I don't want to repeat that. No, I'm gonna repeat it. I didn't fucking say it.
She said it.
She said it. Okay, so on the live, she starts going up. She's like, okay, so what's your job? Blah, blah, blah. And he goes, I work for UPS. She's like, what do you mean you work for UPS? Like, you just got the job there? And he's like, no, I used to work there at blah, 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 wherever I lived. And then I sold my house. And so she's like, you transferred out here to a new UPS. Which also, like, I don't know, if Homegirl didn't give him her address, that's definitely how he got the address.
Oh, UPS?
From working at UPS. You know what I mean? Like, if he didn't, because he is, like, holding back on that. He's like, found it out myself. She's like, what do you mean you found out the address yourself? But I guess if he works at UPS, kind of makes sense. He could have maybe found it out by himself. But yeah, so she looks at him. She's like, what's your job? This, that, blah, blah, blah. She's like, you're on disability checks. He's like, nope. Make too much. That's for poor people. That's exactly what he says. And she goes, no, it's for people with disabilities. And she was like, she looks him up and down. She goes, you're rather short and your arms do that thing. So you get disability checks, right?
And he quite, I don't think we mentioned, he is a little person.
He is. I like her description of it.
You're rather short.
Like, all of those other terms, they're done. It's rather short.
Rather short people.
That is the medical term. You are rather short. That might be one of the craziest things. There's also one point, too, where she's on the call with her mom, and her mom's like, are you willing to give fingerprints, Ryan? Because his name's Ryan. And then she's like, Tommy Lee is like, oh yeah, you're right. Put your fucking finger on this glass. Because she's also just sitting down there in the lobby drinking a glass of wine, interrogating this man.
Drinking a glass of wine with a knife.
A glass of wine in one hand and a knife in the other. And also somehow both of her phones in both of her hands. Because she's on the phone in one hand and on the live on her other phone. How many hands does Tommy Lee have?
At least 4.
And also, that live was recorded way too well for someone who's chugging wine, holding a knife, interrogating a stalker, and holding 2 phones at the same time. Like, I saw everything that went on. Like, she needs to record every World Star fight in the world because, holy shit, this was a cinematic experience that she somehow shot on her iPhone. It was amazing. Where are we at? Oh yeah, so the fingerprint thing, she's like, yeah, put him on. And he starts putting his fingers like kind of close to the glass, and she just grabs his hand and like sticks it all over. Holy shit, it's so funny. Okay, well, I don't know, you have any more highlights from that? Those were all of my fun parts.
From the live?
Yeah, from the live.
No, that's it.
It's so funny though. Just look up Tommy Lee live. That's literally all you have to look up, and it will be the first thing on YouTube. And it's like a 53-minute video. There's a few different ones, too.
And we only got like maybe 40 minutes.
We watched like 40 minutes. did not stop it because I was waiting for that rather short line because I knew it was coming, and I was like, that might like nothing has ever made me spit take harder than that in my entire life.
Because guys,
And
she
she's
wasn't
so dead ass.
Yeah, she wasn't joking.
She's not making a joke. She's not roasting
Yeah,
him.
she's not roasting him. She's not being mean or funny. She's dead fucking
She's
ass.
dead ass trying to get to the bottom of this, and she's like just trying to figure out every bit of information from this man's life. And that was part of it. That was just something that came off the cuff.
I think she was just trying not to call him a little person, and so she came up with trying to figure out a nicer way to say it.
Somehow came up with the funniest roast that I've ever heard in my life.
You're rather short, and your arms do that little thing.
You're like, I couldn't have thought of that if I tried.
Dude. And you be coming up with the most crazy shit. Really?
She went crazy with that.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Okay, so that's the end of live. Where were we at with Baddies? Chrisean just beat Persuasion's ass.
Yes.
What was the next ass beat in the show?
Bree outside with...
that was the same episode, too. That was like 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
It was like 5 minutes later.
Yeah, they just went outside, and Bree beat...
the
other girl's ass. What's her
name?
Anne.
She beat Anne's ass because when they first got on the bus on the way over, right before Chrisean got called dirty with trash and everything and blah, blah, blah. Which, by the way, I also want to do another thing to that. You remember that picture that Blueface posted of their laundry?
No.
No?
No.
They had their whole laundry room was like filled to the top with clothes. And he was like, yeah, Chrisean doesn't do the laundry, which, to be fair, you could also do it if it's getting that bad.
Literally.
Like, it's definitely on both of them. But I will say that when Chrisean started doing it, like, she kind of took the blame later, so I'm kind of like, I don't know. It's like, it seems like that was her thing to do. Like, she definitely doesn't do it. But also, again, I'm not going to steer away from the fact that Blueface.
Yeah.
If
but
you're going to complain about
the
it.
Type to be like, that's a woman's job.
No, 100%. He's like, I'm not going to do this. He'd be like, I get my bitch to do my laundry.
Yeah. I'm not going to do the laundry. I'm just going to post it on social media and say that you don't fucking do
like,
it.
you dirty bitch. Why aren't you cleaning my house that's disgusting? I'm sorry. Whose house is it again? Whose house is disgusting? I think you should assess the situation.
God.
But anyway, yeah, Anne looks over at Bree and she's like, hey, you're an escort, right? And then she goes, you suck dick for money?
Literally.
And then Bree...
That's literally how... She goes, oh, I heard you're an escort. And Chrisean's in the back Googling what's an escort.
Oh, that was so funny. Chrisean goes, what's an escort? And everyone's kind of ignoring her. She's like, nah, for real. Like, what the fuck? Like, someone tell me what an escort is. And then you just see her Googling it. Probably one of the funniest things in the world. Again, I don't know why anyone would watch Zeus if not for Chrisean.
Exactly.
Easily. I mean,
that's what we were saying, how Natalie Nunn is like, I run this shit. I made this. I made
Chrisean runs this shit, dude.
Dude. We couldn't even find the first season, and Chrisean's not on it, and that's why we couldn't fucking figure out which one was the first episode or season.
Yeah, I didn't know.
No one watched that shit.
I didn't know what was going on with Zeus when Alyssa first gave me the login, and when I hop onto it, I'm literally just scrolling down all the shows, and I'm like, Chrisean's on this one, Chrisean's on this one, Chrisean's the cover of this, Chrisean's this. She is on every show on the Zeus network.
Yeah.
Every single show.
Yep.
It's insane. Like, just looking at her, like, it's insane that she doesn't always have, like, well, I was gonna say it's insane she doesn't always have bruises, but she's always winning her fight. Like, no one connects with her. No one hits her, really.
Bro, she's tough. She's built Ford tough.
She is built Rock Ford tough.
Yeah.
Ford Rock.
Yeah.
Should change her name to Ford Rock. Okay, well, yeah, I don't remember who won that fight between Bree and Ann. I think Bree beat her ass, huh?
I don't remember.
That one kind of went by fairly fast. It was like a little cartoon scrap ball.
No, remember they slipped in the grass?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so neither of them won because they both just slipped in the grass.
And then security broke it up.
Yeah.
So that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
Okay, what else you got in Baddies? What do you want to talk about?
Fuck.
What do we got?
I don't know.
Was that it?
No.
What are you talking about? You've been watching this show
shit.
for...
It's just so chaotic. So much has happened. So much has happened. I can't even think of what the next thing is.
We don't have to go in order. Just give me anything. Just anything that's fun to you.
Well, I just watched the auditions, and that shit was... I need therapy after that.
Okay, yeah. I was telling you...
that was fucked.
So, auditions, way better than the reunion, right?
No. Because that last episode of the auditions, I didn't even want to watch it anymore.
Really?
Like, I wanted to turn it off, and then I got a headache. It was so chaotic.
That's how I felt in the reunion.
The reunion, Natalie's just annoying. But I liked hearing
dude,
like
I couldn't deal with that last episode of the reunion. For 7 minutes straight, she is sitting in a corner going, la 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 la. Nope, shut up, you're done, This is my set, we're done, it's over.
The part of the auditions that I hated the most too was the part that Natalie was on.
Natalie is the fucking worst.
God.
It's crazy that like this is her show, quote unquote, and whatnot, and she has to be on all these. Like honestly, I'd be so much happier if she was like, all right, I remade the Bad Girls Club. I'm nowhere near it.
Yes. Be an executive producer. When do you see Ryan Seacrest on the Kardashians, bro? Come on.
That's a very good comparison.
Literally.
You know how
we don't
pissed
see
I would
his
be?
fucking ass.
You know how pissed everyone would be if they had to stare at Ryan Seacrest on the Kardashians all the time? You know what's a really good example?
And I'd rather see Ryan Seacrest on the Kardashians than Natalie Nunn.
Do you watch Impractical Jokers, right?
Yeah.
You know that one producer, I can't remember his fucking name, but he's the one with like the kind of faux hawk looking thing and the stupid face.
Yes.
He pops on the episodes, like he didn't always do it, but toward like the later seasons, he starts popping on. He's like, this is the Impractical behind the scenes or whatever. And he's always just like interviewing them. And literally like every time he talks to any of the Jokers or anyone else, they just look so fucking miserable. Because he's like, hey guys, how'd you think of this? This was so silly, wacky, spectacular, huh? And everyone's like, honestly, I could tell that everyone on the show wants to murder him, but as a watcher of the show, every time he pops on screen, I turn off the episode. Like, and he's an executive producer, and it's like, why would anyone want to just? It's like, okay, and this is just gonna be like a really rough one too, but I am running the point home with this. Imagine you're watching an old school Miramax movie like 10 years ago,
Yeah.
and Harvey Weinstein's just in every shot.
Literally.
Like, executive producers are either annoying as fuck, disgusting, just repulsive. Executive producers, there's a reason you're an executive producer and you are not a star of the show.
Stay behind the fucking scenes. Nobody wants to see you.
Get the fuck out of here. We don't want to look at you.
Why
we don't
is
want
the
to hear you.
executive producer fighting bitches and getting fucked up?
Dude.
This is your show, right?
And she's
Get the fuck off screen.
And honestly, the fact that she's an executive producer on it and she's fighting bitches is the biggest problem with it too, because you could tell on the show all the time, like she is doing it like in her favor, like against her favor, like blah, blah, whatever. There's one point where her and Chrisean start fighting, and this is so fucking funny. The funniest part about it too, I don't know if you went on Chrisean's Instagram and looked on it, because that episode came out like a couple weeks ago where Chrisean slaps Natalie.
Oh yeah, and she's like, I didn't even slap you that hard.
It's so fun. Yeah, that clip she posted on Instagram, she's like, what? I didn't even slap you that hard. And then she like does like a little like baby face, like with her lip poking out. She's like, you gonna hit me back? She's like, you gonna hit back? Chrisean posts that on her Instagram.
Yeah.
If you go through Chrisean's feed, she does not post about baddies.
Really?
I'm pretty sure there is not a single baddies post on her entire feed for the entire time that she has been on the shows. She doesn't post about that shit. But she posted that because she wanted to troll Natalie.
Well, I think she deletes. I think she posts and deletes shit.
Dude, even if you look at the comments, everyone was like, she never posts about this show.
Oh my God.
I've been following her for a long time. I don't think I've ever heard her I don't think I've ever seen her post about baddies.
Yeah, I've been following her for a while, and I see her post like either music videos, or parties she's going to, but I haven't seen baddies.
That's the thing.
Shit.
She will post music videos. She will post a party she goes to. She does not post about baddies. She doesn't give a fuck about it, because really she's just there to make her bad and bag and beat people's asses.
Yeah.
But on that one, because Natalie was pissing her off, she fucking posted that because she knew that it would get Natalie like fucking heated.
Yeah.
And it is so fucking funny.
Because even on the show, people are like, oh, Natalie only brought in what's her name? Scotty. They were like, oh, she only brought in Scotty because she thought like Scotty was just gonna be her little like puppy dog following her around and like being her right hand man, and now she's mad that Scotty like has her own mind and is like doing her own thing and not following Natalie with whatever she's doing. And I think Natalie did the same thing with Chrisean.
Didn't she beat Scotty's ass too? During that same thing when Chrisean wasn't fighting her? Well, no, let me rephrase this, because they're on the bus. Chrisean, and this is another thing we were talking about earlier, where I'm like, Chrisean will sit there and tell you what she's about to do.
Yeah.
She's sitting there because Natalie is like, she's on her live and she's like ignoring Chrisean and whatnot and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, that, I haven't seen this season. I only saw that episode.
Oh, because that was Baddies West, huh?
Yeah.
And I just showed you that one episode.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's sitting there and Chrisean's telling her, she's like, quit ignoring me. I'm going to slap you. And she says it like, and then she said it like 3 more times. She goes, I'm going to slap you in the face. She's standing there going, I'm going to slap you in the face. I'm going to slap you in the face. And then Natalie ignores her for like the 3rd time. And she reaches over and she slaps her in the fucking face. And then Natalie stands up. She gets on the table and she always does this thing where she starts screaming like a fucking like very deep voiced man because she's like,
Yeah.
"Are you fucking kidding?" She starts going Hulk
Oh my
Hogan with it and shit.
God.
And she starts screaming at her. She's like, "I'm gonna fucking beat your ass, this, that, blah, blah." But security is holding Chrisean back. Like, they're not letting her leave the side of the bus that they pushed her to. And at this point, Chrisean, like, and they're kind of like, this is the part, again, where the executive producer thing, like, fucks it up because it seems like if you look at this the wrong way, it seems like Chrisean isn't trying to fight her.
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't want to fight her because she's sitting there. She's just, like, calm and just, like, collected, just, like, doing her thing. She's like, oh, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Natalie's a bitch. And Natalie's standing outside the bus and she's screaming. She's like, come out, fight me, blah, blah, blah. And I'm on the side where Chrisean might have still been on that bus at that time and she might have still been out there screaming. But I don't know. Some of the times when she's out there screaming, you can't hear anything from anywhere else. And it doesn't seem like there's
silence.
It's just silence and her screaming. And I feel like that's a pickup shot of her just standing outside going like, come on, Chrisean, come out here. Let me fight you. And in the like scenario of her being the executive producer, she's the only one who would have a scenario like that on the show where she could go and just shoot a pickup shot real quick to make it look like something else that it isn't.
She's all big and bad.
Yeah, but it's like she's making it seem like she's out there trying to beat Chrisean's ass and whatnot, but like she knows for a fact because they didn't get broke up immediately. When Chrisean slapped her, Natalie didn't do anything back. She just stood there and screamed in her face. So like if you want to fight her, you would have fought her right then and there.
Yeah.
Not wait till you run off the bus and be like, come on, come run off the bus. You obviously hired this security. You know how the security is on your show. You tell the security what to do and what to block. If you wanted to fight her, you could have fought her. But instead, the security is backing her off, and you're acting like
a lot of the girls
some bullshit.
will start being crazy.
Let me play this real quick, Nia. This is the clip of Chrisean saying, "What?
Yeah.
You gonna hit me back?"
You know what? Go ahead back. Bitch, I ain't even slap you, know what? Go ahead back.
I love it. She goes,
I feel like a lot of the girls, once the security gets involved, that's when they start, especially Natalie, in all the fights, will start acting like big and bad, like, oh, what the fuck is up?
Mm-hmm.
But the security's already there.
It's like, what are you gonna do?
There's nothing anyone can do now.
So
now you're just talking.
So yeah, that's one of the things. Those are two of the case in points. Chrisean's gonna let you know when she's gonna beat your ass. If you don't pay attention to either her straight up telling you she's gonna beat your ass or the signs that she's gonna beat your ass, that's on you. Can't do anything about it. Natalie is she's fucking the show up.
Yeah, honestly.
Fucking the whole show up.
Dude, I like barely even want to watch the rest of the shows because I know Natalie's on.
Because Natalie's just there all the time. Like, she fucking sucks.
Oh, that's what I was gonna talk about is the fucking auditions.
Oh yeah, because she's the whole time. This is my fucking show. I'm the owner. I'm the queen.
Bruh, I liked the auditions with like Jayla and Bree and Rolly. I like that.
Well, that shit's fun because girls just walk up there immediately like, bye, get out of here, you're done. They're either like, bye, you're done, or they're like, turn around, knock a bitch out right now. There's one chick who's like, yeah, I knock chicks out all the time, blah, blah, blah. And Rolly's like, all right, turn around, pick one, knock them out. It's like, wait, what? Just turn around and knock a random chick out in the fucking...
The auditions with, it was Tommy, Natalie, and then Suki.
Mm-hmm.
And Suki was pissing me the fuck off. Because in the first like couple rounds of auditions, you could tell that they were actually like putting an effort to like get to know the girls and like decide. But I think after a couple rounds, they all got just so fucked up. They were so fucked. And they were like, let's just start fights for the content.
Yeah.
And so then every single girl who comes on, they were literally like, talk shit to them. I'm not joking.
Talk shit to her, punch her.
Yeah, talk shit, and then you two fight. And I was like, what the fuck?
I'm fully into that.
It was a lot, dude. The last like
I mean, what do we watch the show
I was
for?
like,
It's I watch this as like a all-out brawl. Like
yeah, but it I don't know if it's because I'm tired or what, but it was just so much fucking going on like the last 4 rounds that I could barely watch anymore.
The last 4 rounds.
Yeah.
Ding ding.
Yeah.
Yeah, the auditions were pretty great too. Shout out to that one chick that was 41 years old.
I never even saw her at the second round auditions.
Yeah, I feel like I didn't see a lot of people at the second round auditions.
I didn't see anyone from the first round at the second round.
Because I felt the same way. I think they just brought completely different people in. Yeah, Biggie was in there.
Yeah.
That was the only one.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a good point.
Do you know which ones they brought to Baddies West besides Biggie?
Biggie.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I've watched a couple episodes of Baddies West, but I haven't watched enough
And
yet.
why
So
do
I'm
they
not sure.
keep giving these big girls these big names?
I don't know. I feel like Biggie almost had hers herself, but I mean, she does sound like Biggie Smalls, so
Yeah.
hers
you're
makes
right.
sense. No, Rolly. Yeah, Rolly's full name is Rolly Poly Snack Meals, and apparently that was given to her by someone on One More Chance at Love.
One
One Mo Chance at Love.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, my bad.
His name's Mo.
Oh, his name's Mo.
I
Okay.
think so, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so what are the other highlights? Who else did Chrisean beat up?
Who didn't she fucking beat up?
That's a very good point.
I think she beat up everyone.
Did she beat up everyone? She probably did. Who didn't she beat up?
Was she beat up Slim?
Okay, yeah, she did beat up Slim. The fact that Slim thought she had anything going for her in that fight is crazy.
Literally, what the fuck are you thinking?
I mean, she's a character from
When
the movie
she-
Ants.
When she threw the shoe at her, I was like, oh no, she's gonna die.
Literally get put in the hospital.
She's gonna die. You're gonna lose your life.
Is it worth it?
You threw a shoe at this bitch?
I wouldn't even think
She
about
would
throwing a shoe
fucking
at
kill
her.
someone for so much less.
So much less.
Oh my god.
So much less.
She beat the fucking shit out of her. And then Rolly jumped in to that fight after she was talking about like, oh, I've never jumped a bitch. So she tries to jump in.
And then she literally jumps her, and then after she jumps her, that's when she starts talking about I would never jump a bitch. After she jumped a bitch.
She was saying it before, and then
But then
she jumped her.
she
Yeah.
doubled down on it after.
Yeah.
She was like, I definitely never jump a bitch. Like, we just
Because
saw you do it.
Jayla jumped in to fight Rolly, seeing that she was gonna jump Chrisean, and then that's when she was like, "Oh, you jumped in, bitch, you jumped in." The fuck
What
are you talking about?
Did Chrisean beat Rolly's ass too? I only saw half of that.
I don't remember. I just remember Jayla getting her ass.
Yeah.
Who beat up Anne? Bree
Anne?
beat up Anne.
Yeah.
Persuasion beat up Anne.
Yeah, I think Anne got beat up a fair amount of times.
Yeah. Anne got fucked up.
A fair amount of times. And I think she started talking later. She was like, yeah, I'm done with these fights.
Yeah, well, at the reunion, she changed her name.
She changed her name?
Yeah, she went back to her God-given name, Bianca. And
Wait, what? Why did I not notice that?
Dude, you must have slept through a good amount of the reunion.
Apparently.
Because this was as soon as it started, she had her hair up and she was like, I'm not going by Anne anymore. I'm going by Bianca. That's my God-given name, and I'm not with this shit. Like, I only watched a couple episodes, and that is not me, and I'm not
Every
like
single
that.
girl that said they watched the show, they were like, oh my God. I'm horrified at what I did. And it's like, what? You didn't know what you were doing in the moment? You didn't think the show was going to look
Bitch,
like that
and
while you
she's
were
like,
shooting?
I was watching it with my family. You were watching it with your family, bitch?
The first problem.
You were sucking bottles like dicks, and you're watching it with your family?
I think, I don't know. I feel like that's not the part she cares about. Her Instagram is wild.
Yeah, which is why I'm like,
Her
I
Instagram
know
is
you're
wild.
you're not Bianca, this holier than thou bitch, because I just seen you doing some weird shit on Instagram yesterday.
What was that? God, what did we see on her Instagram again?
What didn't we see?
What was that one thing that looked like she was sucking a glass dildo, but what was she sucking?
A whisk.
Oh, with like batter on it.
Yeah.
Like she was making a cake and sucked the batter off of a whisk, like deep-throated a whisk.
Yeah.
Oh, that was sick, dude.
How do your lips get that wide?
You know, what else was on this bitch's fucking Instagram? Because
When she was working out with that girl and jiggling her titties. Lots of jiggling titties.
yeah.
A lot of jiggling titties.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of tit jiggle.
And you know, I was just talking with my friend the other day when I was watching Married at First Sight. I was like, it's weird that none of these people have kids. Like on Married at First Sight, Love is Blind, all that shit. It's always people with no kids. And on every season of Bad Girls Club or Baddies, all these bitches have kids.
Yeah, they all have kids.
Where the fuck are your kids?
Non-existent. Oh, there was one where she's putting the sink faucet in between her titties.
Oh yeah, it looked like a gun. Or
Yeah,
a
or
knife.
like a knife.
Yeah.
Like it looked like. Wait, she has A1 sauce in between her titties in this one.
Yeah.
A1 sauce is pretty good.
Yeah.
I
I'm
like
not mad at
A1
that.
steak sauce.
Damn, yeah. Can we make steaks tomorrow?
Dude, I don't even think I have A1. That just made me realize I don't have A1.
How the fuck do you not have A1?
Let's go get some A1. Well, because I don't eat steak.
Oh yeah.
But like, yeah, there's not. I guess I mean, really,
Chicken
it's
and
like
A1 is good.
chicken and A1 is good. Honestly, it's like, but when you don't, it's like when you don't have a steak, you don't think about A1. You know?
Yeah. You don't think about it until you need it.
Yeah, A1 is
Underrated.
A1.
Yeah.
A1 is definitely A1. Oh, okay. See, this is the one I was trying to remember. I knew there was something insane in here that I wasn't getting. Remember this one? Remember this one where she's
I tried to block that from my memory.
So in this one, there is a video of Ann Moore standing on an off-white wall, and there are just hot dogs being thrown at her face while her mouth is open.
And that's not the same
and she's...
clip, like, on loop. It's different clips of different hot dogs.
Wait, are you serious?
Yes.
That's not the same clip on loop?
No.
Those are different. Wait. Oh, I think it's 2 looped clips of 2 different sets of hot dogs.
I thought it was at least 3 or 4.
I think it's 2. It looks like 2 Wait a second.
Because every time I would watch it, it'd be different amounts of hot dogs.
Okay, there's 2 hot dogs on that one, 3 hot dogs on that one. 3
Look at
again.
where they're landing.
I think it's in the wrong order, but it's the 2 hot dogs that get thrown at her, and then the 3. I think it's the 2, the 3, the 3, and then the 2 again.
Oh.
It's like a haiku of hot dogs being thrown at this. All right, honestly, like her Instagram is sick.
And she's going by Ann Moore still?
Yeah, it says
Not
Ann Moore right
Bianca?
here. No, it says Ann Moore. It doesn't say Bianca anywhere. Ann Moore, artist, reality TV star, professional clout chaser, lost in the sauce. All my other social media is down here. There's one
When's
down
the last
bad.
time she posted?
Let's see. Man, shut the fuck up, dude.
I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ, dude, you're sick, dude. You're sick. Oh God, she's still going. She's not shutting up, dude. She last posted 20 minutes ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
So she is still Ann Moore.
She's Ann Moore. She is currently doing a wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man on the beach.
Why?
I don't know. It's a little more wholesome than the rest of the content, I guess.
But I'd rather see.
That
looks crazy as fuck.
You guys better be watching the video version of this because I'm showing it on the. This is crazy. Why is she do that? Why?
She's silly.
She's so goofy. You know what? Nah, I was gonna follow. I'm not following her.
Oh.
I won't do it.
No, because then your fucking feed is gonna be fucked.
My feed is just gonna be hot dogs flying at this chick's face
It
while
already
she's
is,
jiggling
dude.
her tits around. It is because we went into a rabbit hole of just guys. Instagram Reels, like the search page is horrifying, and if you go into a rabbit hole of like. There's like these chicks who pretend to get fucked for their Instagram at all times, but like they'll do ridiculous things. Like what is probably one of the most ridiculous ones we've seen? I can't even remember anymore.
No, I can't. I remember a lot of them.
Because we sat there for hours, like a few different days, just looking at all them. We're like, look at this shit, look at this shit.
No, it was literally just you trying to scroll, and it was just those girls over and over and over and over.
And then, like, I mean, it probably to this day would have been a thing where if I ignored them, they wouldn't be a thing. But now if I go to my explore page on Instagram, it is just all like you would think I am the horniest person on the entire planet at every given moment.
My algorithm isn't that.
Yeah.
So
well, because you
are.
Well, because I saw like 1 or 2 of them, and then I started sending them all to you.
Yeah.
So that fucked me over.
Yeah, you did say that's why.
I started sending them to you, and then after I sent like 3 to you, it was like, oh shit, my entire explore page is this.
They're like, oh, he loves this.
Because at the time, I could tell you for a fact, my explore page was not all of them. There was like 1 or 2 of them in there, and I was like, what the fuck is this shit? I'd always like, because they catch your eye, dude. It's like on one hand, it's like, oh, titties. On another hand, it's like, what are you doing with those titties?
Yeah.
Like, because there's like an alien attached to them or something, or like they're like cracking eggs on their tits or something.
Yeah.
I don't like. It's always something horrifying.
Yeah.
And then I click on them, I send them to you.
Dude.
Oh,
it gets your ass.
You know why I started sending them to you? Because I had all there was weird text on them for a while. Remember?
No.
I can't remember what the craziest ones would say, but they'd be like, "Oh, I just got caught with my fucking cousin." It was like step bro type shit, but like weirder, like it wasn't even just like the standard like, oh, step bro, I don't know, finds me stuck in a washing machine.
Hogan.
Stepmom blows my Hogan. Hogan's my blogan. I don't even remember what the text was, but it was always like some crazy out of pocket shit, like kind of like Tommy, like just some stuff that's like, how do you think of this in the moment?
Yeah.
But I guess they have more time than Tommy to think of these things, but yeah, it'd basically be like something like a chick would be laying on her back, her titties are bouncing up and down, and they'd be like, "You're rather short, and your arms do the little thing." And it's like, well, how does this relate? You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know. Just guys, just don't tap them.
Yeah, and don't send them to your friends.
Don't tap them. Like whether you're horny or it's a joke, don't tap them.
You'll never be able to
Your
escape.
Explore feed is going to be destroyed for the rest of your fucking life. It's just, I just don't open it anymore. I just don't tap on it. Especially if I'm in public.
Don't go there.
Wow. It's like opening Twitter in public now. It's like you already have these issues opening Twitter just being a Twitter user. I mean, you could never touch anything. You'll open Twitter and there's like someone getting blow banged immediately. But now my Instagram is destroyed too. That one, I'll go ahead and say it. My fault. My fault. I did that one to myself.
That one's my bad.
That one, I can't blame that on anyone. Okay. I think we've talked about any final thoughts before we end this one?
I need therapy.
I mean-
Emergency therapy session.
I mean, really, if we have anything more to say, we could do a part 2 on this tomorrow.
Dude.
I'm sure. We'll write down
Let's go
write
watch
down all the
Baddies
fights.
next. Yeah.
We'll write down all the fights like as we go, and then
Okay.
we'll be ready.
Okay.
So who knows?
Part 2.
Let's see if the next soup kitchen is
all,
Baddies
all
part 2,
fight recaps.
Zeus Network part 2, all
Hell yeah.
fights. Well,
Natalie Nunn, hire us for our own show
yeah. Oh my
for
god.
Baddies recaps.
Well, I think that's good enough for this episode.
Yeah.
3rd episode of the soup kitchen is all about baddies. Not surprising that it went here. If you guys want more of this, I mean, there is an episode of me and one of our other rotating co-hosts, Maria, and then her boyfriend Brian. We all watched a season of Bad Girls Club and then just talked about it in an episode.
Hell yeah.
So if you guys want a little more of basically this conversation, something just as hinged, not horror soup, not average horror stuff. I think it's like episode like 114, 13, something like that. I think it's around that area. I don't know. But there's a Bad Girls Club episode out there.
I'm watching
and
that
horror
shit.
soup. But yeah, that's the end of the episode. Thanks for listening to another Soup Kitchen episode. If you want to follow Horror Soup, you can find us on Instagram at Horror Soup, Twitter at Horror Soup Sucks. If you want to email us, the email is at horrorsoup@yahoo.com. And Nia, you got anything you want to plug?
Lima beans.
Lima beans?
Yeah. At Not Your Girlfriend.
That's on Instagram. One time I asked Nia what her favorite foods are. With no hesitation, the first thing she said was lima beans.
They're good.
You are the lima bean baby.
They're good.
The dirty Cheeto lima bean baby.
Yeah.
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 You're so proud of that. Okay, well, Nia, I got to run over there and press the stop record button. So you just fill these people's ears with some great stuff while I run away until the next episode of The Soup Kitchen.
All right, guys. Peace out. Me and Pepper. Pepper loves you guys. He's a baby. He's a baby boy. He's a child. Listen, I'm running out of things to say. You better run your little toes over there. Bye, guys. See you later.